Hi, Phyllis here from southernfrugal.com. This morning, Monday morning, I'm going to be making some soup, and generally I make some kind of soup or something that we can have for supper all during the week. And this morning it's going to be lentil quinoa soup. And there's going to be a lot of stuff in it, very healthy soup. Now, in case you don't remember or you didn't see my other video on the quinoa, there it is. You can buy it in the grocery store. Now, I haven't even opened this one yet. I got this in Bilo. Now, the great thing about it is that in just one serving, you can get 6 grams of protein. Now, this is not a whole grain. It's just a seed. I think grains come from grasses. This is like a plant that gets flowers on it, and it blooms and it makes little seeds. Now, today I'm going to use the rest of my red quinoa. Now, let me take that pot off the burner before it gets too hot. This is a little coffee strainer that we had with another coffee pot from several years ago, and I just kept the strainer because it works perfect for this quinoa. Just perfect. You do have to wash it because nature provides it with a little coating that prevents the birds from eating it and bugs and worms and whatever from eating it. So you definitely want to wash it before and drain it. Alright, so we're ready to get started now. And the lentils need to be spread out like on a piece of wax paper and just checked and make sure you don't have any bad ones in there. So these have been picked over and they've been washed. Alright, so we're ready to get started. So I'm going to start out with olive oil. Let me let you come a little closer. There. Alright, so my pan's getting hot. I'm going to put in just 2 or 3 teaspoons really, or say a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. That's extra virgin olive oil. Now this is the onion I saved from the other day, a couple of days ago. I'm going to use that. Now I like to slice things differently when it's going to be in like a vegetable soup. So the onion I just slice off in little quarter sections, because I want to know that I'm eating an onion. Okay, my burner's too hot. I'm going to have to move that off for just a second. Alright, turn it down a little bit. So this would be, like one really medium onion. And again, this soup will last us probably for about 5 days. Hopefully it will anyway. Let's get the rest of that. Alright, I'm just going to stir that around, just saute that onion just a little bit. Alright, I've actually got 7 little garlic cloves. Now I'm going to slice these because when I'm eating this soup, I want to actually run across a piece of garlic, and I want to be able to recognize it. So I've got my onions in, they're going good. I'm going to put the garlic on top of them, and that's because the garlic will really burn pretty fast. So I'm just going to slice these real quick into little chunks. About that size. Because I want to be able to be eating the soup and say, oh, there's a little piece of garlic. I love garlic. And I really like it in chunks like this. I like to run across it in anything I eat, really. You want to be pretty quick here, but you don't want that garlic to burn, and it can brown a little bit. You don't want it to burn. All right, smells pretty fantastic about now. Got that just simmering just a little bit. Now this is 4 sort of medium small red potatoes, and I use red potatoes because they hold up better. They don't come all apart in a soup. So, and I peeled them a while ago, and I just put some water on them and a little salt to keep them from turning. I'm going to dump that right in. It's actually half a pack of the lentils. This is just great value lentils. And you can get lentils in different colors too, but in Walmart they only sell this color. All right, so I'm going to dump those in. My quinoa is probably 3/4 of a cup. I'm going to dump that in. See how nice those are? Those are red. And again, this is just a little strainer from an old coffee pot. And the coffee pot, I don't remember what happened to it, probably it broke. But this works really, really well, because see, it's a real fine little strainer. Get those off my hands. All right, I'm just going to stir that around a little bit. Get everything mixed up. Okay, now, next, some salsa, and we ran out of chips, so this is half a jar, so that's probably 1.5 cups of just any kind of salsa. I'm going to dump that in. It's sounding better, isn't it? I know. It smells really, really good. Just a little bit of jalapeno in there, and of course lime. That's why I got it. The lime and the garlic. All right, I'm going to put a little water in this. All right, just to get every little bit out of there. So now we got a good start. I've got my burner on medium. And you don't need meat with this simply because of all the protein in the lentils, which would be 9 milligrams. And in the, no, excuse me, not milligrams, it's grams. Let me double check that bag. I always get that wrong. Okay, in 1/4 of a cup dry is, excuse me, can you see that? 10 milligrams. The quinoa has got 6, so that's 16 grams of protein. All right, now I want to bring this up to a boil, and I'm going to cook it for about 20 to 25 minutes. Now I'm going to go ahead and add 4 cups of water, because after all, we're making a soup. Now, as a little added bonus, I'm going to add some golden raisins. Now, what the raisins will do, of course, they'll plump up in the soup water. But what they do is when you're eating the soup, every once in a while you run across a little raisin, and you crunch down and you say, oh, what was that? It kind of gives your taste buds a little excitement, you know? All right, so I'm going to dump all those in. That's probably 3/4 of a cup, maybe. Dump every one of them in, except for that little bad place right there. All right, so that was surprise ingredient is golden raisins. And raisins are very high in potassium, and they've really got 1 gram of protein per 1/4 of a cup. So you're getting some calcium, and it just is a good thing. Just a good thing, okay? And it gives your taste buds a little excitement. All right. So now we've got all the ingredients in. I'm going to let this come up to a boil, and then I'm going to cook it on low for 20 to 25 minutes, and it'll be ready. All right, when it's ready, we'll be back. Oh, well, excuse me, we're going to put some salt in it, about a good teaspoon. All right, see you in a minute. All righty, our lentil and quinoa soup is done. Here's what we're going to do. To sweeten it just a little bit, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of just sugar. A little sugar never hurts soup at all. All right, and because we want a soup and not a stew, I'm going to add 4 more cups of water. Now it's like soup. Now I'm not going to eat any of this now. We're going to have this will be supper at night. So I'm going to see if I can get the camera down here and give you a little closer look. Sorry for the jiggle. All right, here it is. Potato, onion, there's a little bit of the garlic, if I can get it in the camera there, see? That's garlic. There's a raisin, and the quinoa is, see that little round circly things? That's the outside of the little quinoa seed. All right, and there's the tomatoes, and there's a little jalapeno. Let's see if I can get a shot there. There's one. All right. All right, so just added the sugar to just sweeten the pot a little bit. There it is. Full of protein, and it's a non-animal soup. All right. I think I'll put some in a bowl and let you look at it. Hold on. All right, here's a little bowl of it. I'm going to just take a little bitty taste of it. It's very hot. You would never know there's no meat in here. It is so good. That little sugar kind of mellows out the tomato and the little lime that was in the salsa. All right, gotta have one of those little potatoes. Now, this gets better as it sits in the refrigerator. So what I do is just warm a bowl up, like in the microwave or a little pot, and I don't really take the whole thing out and warm it up every day. So we'll be having this for at least the next 4 days. Very, very good. Very vegan. All right, I hope y'all will try this, and we'll see you next time.